All right. Time for another Vernal, another video journal entry here. And somebody close to me pointed out last time that the bookshelf was on the wrong side in my video. And so I've been making videos a very long time. And I'm usually on the other side of the lens, right? Like if I'm using my phone, I'm looking through the screen and filming, and I like the regular like good camera, right? Like the front face, not the front facing camera, but the real camera, because it has a 0.5 mode, and 0.5 is the same width as a GoPro, and that's what I'm used to using. And when I looked back on the first video I made, I didn't like the framing, like I was too far away, and I thought, okay, why don't I just use like the front facing, like the selfie camera, right? I'll use the selfie camera, and then that way I can frame myself and see what I'm doing. But nobody told me that it actually films flipped. So yeah, bookcase was on the wrong side. Hey, I'm still figuring this out. I've been doing this a long time, but yeah, never really used a front-facing camera. So let's fix that going forward so that things are in the video the way they are in reality. Ah, that's better. Bookshelf is over there now. That's the way it should be. Perfect. That was quite painless to fix, wasn't it? And that's a good segue in today's topic that I'm going to talk about, which is pain, physical pain, not emotional pain, not heartache. We've had enough of that lately. We're going to talk about physical pain today. And as somebody that's been an athlete, like pretty much most of my life, I would say, since, I got into skateboarding when I was 13. I've been skateboarding since then. I'm 51 right now, so a long time on a skateboard. And I'll put a little video right up here. This is a video I made quite a few years ago, and it was a compilation of all of my falls. And I've fallen a lot. And this is like a smidge. This is like a drop in the bucket of falls that I've taken. And I have paid the price over the years. I have suffered all kinds of injuries. I'll just give you a short list because this goes in today's topic. So let's kind of go head to toe, shall we? I have fractured my skull. That was a gnarly one. And I still have a giant scar in the back of my head. I don't know if that will show up on the video, but I have a big old scar back here. And I've been wearing a hat recently in the videos because I got fucking tennis ball head. I'm trying to grow my hair back. I shaved my head. And now I don't want my head shaved. I want hair again. So I got fucking tennis ball head. I hate it. You know, if you've ever shaved your head and try to grow it back in, like you get into this phase where you're like, oh, fuck, it's terrible. It's just this like lopsided mess and it never looks good. So I went a long time without wearing hats, and now I'm going to be back in the hat. Yeah, fractured skull, broke my nose a couple times, and my nose is fucking crooked and I hate it, but it is what it is. So yeah, including last time I broke it was just a couple years ago. Face plant into the pavement skateboarding. That one sucked. I separated my right shoulder. I've fractured both of my elbows a few times. I've fractured both of my wrists. I fractured my scaphoid in my right hand. Dislocated my hip, my right hip. Fractured a whole bunch of fingers and toes. Spiral fracture in my left arm in a whole bunch of places. I paid the price of sports. I've had more than a baker's dozen of concussions, and we're talking full knockouts, like out cold, waking up like, what planet am I on? What's going on? So there's been too many of those, that's for sure. And I'm 51 now, and I'm paying the price. And when I was younger, all my skate buddies and I used to joke, oh, by the time we're 30, we'll be in wheelchairs. By the time you're 50, you're going to be fucking hurting all the time. And I do. Something hurts all the time. And one of the biggest problems I've actually had in the last maybe 20 years, this has been going on quite a while now, is I suffer from chronic tendonitis. I am prone, like super prone. if I do something too long, I do this for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to have tendonitis in my fucking finger for sure. I get tendonitis all the time. And it feels like over the last 20 years, it's been rotating through my body. So I had knee tendonitis, patellar tendonitis, or quadricep tendonitis, based at the patella. And that put me out of skateboarding. It was so bad. I suffered to the point where I was having trouble walking and couldn't skate, and it put me out of skateboarding. And I did a whole little series on this on my skateboard channel of my rehab fight to come back as a skateboarder. It decimated my knees. Like, the pain was so intense. It was unbelievable. And this lasted almost 3 years. And Achilles tendonitis off the charts. I've had Achilles tendonitis now. It's just gotten worse or better periodically, but we're talking 30 plus years of Achilles tendonitis. And at this point, I have Achilles tendonitis so bad. Like, right now it's sort of in remission, but I tried to run again last year. So I used to be a huge runner, and I suffered with Achilles tendonitis from skateboarding, which just got way worse when I started running. And I was a runner for like almost 3 years. I ran a lot, and I had a lot of Achilles problems, and eventually a plantar fasciitis. Essentially, I tore my plantar, and then I had such bad foot pain, it put me out of running. And I tried to start running again last year, and the pain in my Achilles was off the charts. So I go see a specialist, and they do a whole bunch of stuff, ultrasounds, x-rays, and then they inform me that I have what's called a Haglund's deformity. So a Haglund's deformity basically means you got a giant bone spur, and I'll put a picture up over here of, this is the inside of my shoe. Look at the back of my shoe. The lump in the back, the calcified part of the Achilles tendon has worn a lump, has worn a hole in the back of my shoe from walking. That's how gnarly it is. And if I skateboard for more than an hour, I'll limp for the next 3 days. So it's manageable, like walking doesn't bother it, but anything where I push on my skateboard or a lot of jumping, and I'm guaranteed to have a flare-up. So long story short, I deal with pain all the time. I'm in pain all the time. Right now I have a shoulder issue that popped up from swimming that's bothering me. I have tendonitis in my brachioradialis, and I have my own ultrasound machine. I'm ultrasounding all the time. I'm foam rolling. I'm icing. I ice every day. Every morning when I get up while I'm having my coffee watching the news, I got ice packs on me every morning. So this isn't to complain, and it's not to say, like, I am not, trust me, I'm doing stuff about this. I am not just idly sitting by. I stretch for about 20 minutes every single night. I stretch before any sport I do. I stretch before I'm in the gym. So I'm trying to keep things, because one of the things that really helps me for tendonitis is if I stretch, like my Achilles tendonitis, if I keep my calf nice and stretched, then I keep good ankle mobility, then I find the Achilles tendonitis is sort of kept under control. It's when things start to get tight and then the muscles start to pull on the tendons, and it makes it even worse, right? So even the stretching, but long story short is I hurt every day. I'm 51. I beat the shit out of my body skateboarding for too many years. Skateboarding, BMX riding, mountain biking, you name it. Lots of falls, lots of like injuries, and now I'm paying the price. And I take no painkillers. Painkillers work. I'm not saying they don't work, but to me, they have too many side effects, like things like ibuprofen has a lot of side effects on your tummy. And I know that because I overused it in the past, and I believe it's part of what led to my stomach problems. And so do the doctors. They think that abusing, for a year I was touring, and I needed to just get through the year, and I was in pain all the time. So I was just popping ibuprofens like they were coming off of a candy necklace. And at this point, I try not to take anything. I work through it. If I've got a tendonitis injury, like I had what they call like tennis elbow, right? I had both lateral and medial epicondylitis. And I just worked through it. That lasted about 8-9 months, and I worked through it. I did rehab exercises, rolling, icing, ultrasound, and then in the gym, I would just work around it. I would do bicep curls with my hand in a position that wouldn't bother it as much. I did higher reps, lower weights. Like, I've just worked around it. So I've never let chronic pain stop me, but I live with it all the time. And a lot of people do. And it's sad. The one thing I think is really sad is when people let it bring you down. And maybe you've got chronic pain and maybe you're going, hey, shut the fuck up, asshole. You don't know what my pain is like. And I don't. I don't know what your pain is like. I just know that I'm in pain all the fucking time. And I try not to let it stop me. And I go about my day. And do I get frustrated? Yeah. Sometimes I feel sorry for myself. Sometimes I just fucking sit in bed in the morning and I hurt and I go, fuck this. Why fucking me? Why me? Because A, I got unlucky genetically that I'm prone to fucking tendinitis and inflammation issues. And B, I picked a bunch of fucking activities in my life that exacerbated that problem. And it is what it is. I wouldn't trade one single moment of skateboarding for the way I am now. I loved it. And it was a great part of my life and still is to this day. But if this is the what I have to pay for all that time, then that's fine. But I would say this would be my piece of advice if you have chronic pain. Just learn to live with the pain a little bit, right? Just learn to kind of go like, okay, it sucks, but pain is just a sensation. And if you let it hold you back, you're heading down a difficult road where you start cutting more and more things out of your life. And again, I don't know your pain. Maybe your pain is so severe you can't push through it. I get that, okay? And I also get that people's pain tolerances are different. I'm covered in tattoos, right? I've had tons of bone breaks. I've had all sorts of problems. So I don't really, like, I feel pain, but I'm just like, okay, that hurts, but like, who cares? Just ignore it. I learned to ignore pain for a lot of years when I was touring as a skateboarder, because if you sprain your ankle, you still got to skate the next day. You don't go like, hey, I got a sprained ankle. And they go, hey, you're not getting paid, and maybe we'll fly you the fuck home and you can go home, baby. Like, I came from a sport where the sport was kind of gladiator stuff, right? If you fell down the stairs skateboarding and you were like, oh, I'm hurt, I'm going home. Like, don't come back and skate with us the next day, man. You got no respect. You'd be like, oh, that guy's a wuss, right? So I came from this background when I grew up where like you fell and you jumped back up like, I'm fine, man. It's okay. Just let me, just need a second. But that's the way it was, right? So I've kind of dealt with pain my whole life, and I've taught myself to kind of push the pain down and work through it. But it sucks. And I hate being in pain all the time. And the only thing that worries me is I think like, fuck, if I'm like this at 51, what does 61 look like? What does fucking 70 look like? Like, am I bent over like a question mark at age 70 and I'm fucking like crawling along the ground because I'm so fucked? And this is part of the huge drive I have for working out in the gym. Like, this is like 90% of my drive of working out in the gym is I'm trying to beat this back. I'm trying to like stay fit and stay strong and keep my muscles strong so that I keep this chronic pain at bay. Because that's been a huge help for me. Working out has actually helped diminish a lot of the chronic pain. And it sucks, but yeah, that's kind of what I had on my mind. I wanted to talk about today is that, yeah, I hurt all the time. And I know there's a lot of people that hurt all the time. And I'm with you. We're in the club. We're in the fucking chronic pain club. We hurt all the time. There's something all the time that you could complain about. This is sore. This is sore. But it doesn't get you anywhere. And all you can do is try and work through it and do the best you can. And then whatever pain you can't alleviate, you just fucking accept it. Accept it, bring it in, fall in love with the pain and say, yes, I know you're there and you're part of me and we're going to do this together, and fuck you, you're not going to hold me back. All right, I guess that's my end message for the video. Fuck you, pain. You're not going to hold me back. All right, that's it. See you in another video.